You ever feel like life just coming at you a million miles an hour? You just gotta know. You just gotta know. Somebody's holding it all together. Life is like an elevator, a lot of ups and downs. People pushing you.
You need to know what you want to accomplish in life. If you aren't ready for college, you can come straight to the workforce. You need to know basic math. You need to know some extra math to get you through things.
But you're not going to learn everything just by reading a book. Hands-on is where you're going to learn most of your stuff. And like you said, communication, that's key. Being responsible, having many responsibilities, and just keep yourself busy. Don't be lazy. Be proactive.
Everyone, they have to start somewhere. You got to get your foot in the door, and you might start at the bottom, but you just got to work. You got to work your way up, take the stairway up, and you'll get there eventually. It might take a little while, but it'll happen as long as you stay with it and stay focused.
Be willing to start at the bottom. Don't be afraid to work in a mailroom or be a clerk or file. Be dedicated and devoted to the company. Work hard. Find some skill sets, learn technology, and apply it. And it will pay off in the end if you're willing to put forth the effort and you're willing to get through those roadblocks and obstacles, and you can be successful at just about anything you put your mind to.
Requires a lot of teamwork. There's many departments here, many employees who work together every day to try to keep the lights on.
As a public relations specialist, I think that the skills that they receive in high school, such as certifications in Adobe or Photoshop, any type of skill like that can be very useful and very beneficial coming straight out of high school. To date, those high school students that come out with those certifications are my competition. And so I don't think they realize how valuable those skills that they are getting and those certifications that they get can be used immediately. Communication's key, so being able to adapt to different levels of communication with different people with different backgrounds. You have to be able to adapt to all types of people. So working in communications, I have learned to adapt to speak to C-level management, to the groundsmen out in the field.
To not be afraid to get your hands dirty. That's how I learned the majority of the stuff I know now. Is I grabbed a piece of hardware, I took it apart, I broke it many times, and I tried to put it back together. The internet is a great resource with infinite guides and tutorials on how to do something, and that is how I learned something. I had a curiosity about it. I got the hardware and software that corresponded to that interest, and then I went to town. I did it over and over until I feel like I'd mastered it, and that's what I've been doing for about the last 10 years.
Experience is probably the most number one aspect that I look at in an individual when I'm considering hiring them for a specific job. And if you're just starting out, then a good idea would be to look for internships where they'll bring you on, there's no pay, but they'll teach you certain aspects of what they do. Or maybe an entry-level position that the hourly rate might not be exactly what you're looking for, but the experience that you're going to gain will be invaluable to making you a more rounded IT perspective.
You have jobs, and you can switch jobs however frequent you want, but when you choose a career, choose one that you love. Choose something because if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. Three is pick something that you love to do, go with your heart, and stay with it. You're gonna have to work hard to get there.
In order to be successful, my biggest advice to anybody would be you have to be able to adapt to a changing environment. There's always growing technology, cultures are changing, socioeconomics, everything is changing, political views are changing, so you have to be willing to be open-minded, look into all of these aspects of how it affects your work life, and really being open-minded really makes that a lot easier. And being flexible, being able to learn a new topic, being able to educate yourself and really push forward and reviewing new things that you possibly don't have anybody that can give you advice.
I think confidence is very important. Making eye contact when you're talking to anyone is very important and shows your confidence. I think having good communication skills, most importantly grammatical, because if you misspell a word, all of a sudden your credibility kind of goes down the drain, and whatever work you're producing, whoever's receiving it is going to be a little unsure of, can I trust this work? I would also say, don't rely on others when you're having trouble. At first, when you come into a roadblock, do everything that you can, exhaust all efforts, all paths before you go ask for help, and try to solve the problem yourself. Because if you're hired for that job, then the person that hired you believes that you are capable of doing that.
I think the most important thing a student can do in this day and age is stay in school, finish your high school degree. It's so important to have that as just a base starting point before you get out in the world. And whether you're going to go on to a 2-year school or a 4-year formal college education, or you decide to work in the trades industries, and all of those are great things, the starting place is the high school diploma. So hang in there, make it through economics and automotives, and good luck to y'all.
Oh, was I supposed to be answering some questions?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I was on my cell phone and not paying attention.